Great Scott! I've been to the future. Want the latest Apple news, leaks and rumours? Subscribe and ring the bell. For some time now I have struggled with fitness, so when Pico approached me to partner with them on the FitXR challenge, I was in. And you can be too, which we'll come to shortly. Now, as much as I love tech, AR and VR is not something that I'd ever experienced before, although it's obviously just become far more relevant given recent announcements. My Pico 4 VR arrived a couple of days ago and I ripped it open because we have to do an unboxing. You know how this works. So after a satisfying peel of the wrapper, a white box slides out from the sleeve and opens to reveal a small package containing the documents, a mains charger, the USB-C cable and wrist straps for the controllers. There's also a spacer for the headset, allowing you to wear corrective lens glasses with the headset, and that spacer attaches magnetically, and there's also a soft silicone nose piece. Inside the main box is the headset itself, along with a pair of handheld controllers. The headset is really well balanced, with the battery mounted on the rear of the main strap, which also has a twist adjustment for fit to make sure that it is just the right size for you. There's a pair of spatial speakers in the straps on either side of your head, and everything here is fully wireless. Pico 4 has full colour pass-through, so when you put the headset on you actually see the whole of the real world around you, and honestly, reaching out to grab the controllers is pretty natural feeling. There's a front-facing camera right on the centre, plus 4 more, one on each corner of the device, and as long as your room is decently well lit, the view is actually really quite natural feeling. The cameras are good enough to see your screen on the phone, for example, although sometimes it's quite difficult to read small text. And I promise, we've not forgotten to get to the fitness thing, although it's pretty clear that I have for the past few years, regardless of any good intentions. But I can't quite explain how blown away I was when I first started using this system, when I was first immersed in the VR space. I spent a good few minutes just looking around at the simulated room that becomes your home inside Pico. Then, as Pico had provided me with a test account that has a bunch of unlocked apps for this challenge, I played a little table tennis to get used to the controls, and I have never been so impressed. Looking at the paddle, it felt like it was genuinely in my hand. The haptics when you hit the ball felt entirely right. It's not a vibration, it's a tap. It's like a taptic engine. Every slice of the ball resulted in the spin and weird bounce that you would expect. I mean, it didn't mean I was good at the game, but it did what you would expect in a real game of table tennis. It's mesmerising. Then, as a massive geek who wants to be friends with Henry Cavill, I of course played Battle Sister, which is set in the Warhammer 40,000 universe, where you're slaying the forces of chaos in a first-person shooter and slasher kind of way. But it's also awesome. But down to business, as I'm here to get in shape, and for that I'm a part of the FitXR challenge for the next few weeks. This challenge is gamifying fitness, and that's a thing that I think can probably really work for me. So, for the challenge itself, I'm going to be using the Pico 4 and FitXR as an app to motivate myself to get in shape. Having just weighed myself in at the higher than expected 97.25 kilograms, or 214 pounds, I know, at least we have a solid starting point. The only way is down, I hope. Now, I've already tried out the tutorial workout in FitXR with the motion tracking, and it's really simple to learn, but I can see how challenging this is going to be, and it even measures like the force of your punches in the boxing workouts, which builds into your score in the game.
Turn the fist down and punch right through the cue.
Now, you can also join in this challenge if you already have a Pico 4. Register at my link in the description and you'll get a free month of FitXR on Pico 4 instead of the usual 7 days, so you can take part too. And if you're not yet a Pico user, you can still register, and one user in the UK, Spain and Germany will win a Pico 4 with a free month of FitXR 2 from that registration. There will be special workouts that are shared throughout the challenge from Pico, and the app will track your workout minutes, with the users in the top 10 performers of each country being shared on the weekly leaderboards. And at the end of the 4-week challenge, there will be prizes for the top 3 in each of the competing countries, with free subscriptions to FitXR, Pico carry cases and fashion vouchers up to about €200 or pounds up for grabs. More importantly, at least for me, it's given me the chance to motivate myself. Now, I've been using the Pico every time I've had 15 or 20 minutes free since it arrived, because I'm just genuinely so impressed with the hardware. Throughout my challenge, I'm also going to try and drink more water and hopefully be more conscious of what I eat too, because you can't outrun your fork. On the Pico side of things though, you get a really well balanced headset that really isn't tiring to wear at all, with a pair of 2160 by 2160 displays, which you look at through motorized adjusting pancake lenses, which makes everything a lot clearer than the Fresnel lenses that you get in most headsets, running at 72 or 90 Hertz. There's no lag that I can see at all. Everything feels genuinely natural when you're inside. The face cushion is skin friendly and it gives a tight but comfortable fit, and the Pico 4 gives you 6 degrees of freedom with your motion. Plus it's compact and easy to carry, which is going to be really important for me because I'm going to be travelling in the next month to Silverstone for the Grand Prix, where I'm going to be doing some work, and also overseas. It's all untethered and self-contained, so there's no trailing wires or setup in the room. You don't have to put sensors anywhere. You just get a prompt when you open the system to set a safe area to use so that you don't collide with your own furniture. Now you can either do that as a cylinder or you can kind of draw the boundary on the ground. When you do come into contact with the boundary though, it's like pushing through a force field that shows you the real world on the outside if your head goes through it. It's very clever and well done. Click my link in the description and register for the challenge now. Registration is now open and the challenge runs to July 30th at 10:59 p.m. and I would love to compete with you guys. And while I have this, post up in the comments if you want to know any more about the headset or how things work, or suggest something that I try with the usual #iCaveAnswers. Thanks to all of my Patreons for the support, and we will see you in the next one. Want the latest Apple news, leaks and rumours? Subscribe and ring the bell.